Hello boys and girls. Today we're going to try something a little different. I've got Windows 11. It's fully updated and it's got Windows Defender on built in obviously. This is sort of a two-part test if you will. I've got some rogue antiviruses from the early 2000s, 2001 and 2002. Rogue antiviruses, if you're not familiar, are fraudulent applications that was quite rife at the time. They've had a myriad of alleged uses, anything from antiviruses to system optimization tools, Windows defragging, things like that, and they did absolutely nothing. Only thing they did was served as scareware, which claimed your computer was nearly broken, or you were riddled with viruses, or your hard drive was in imminent failure. Basically, do anything they can to scare the hell out of the user to make you to try and persuade you into purchasing a license. They're often installed via backdoor Trojans, aka Trojan's Lob. You can Google that if you like. That used to pretend to be a codec of some description to play music. That was a common reason, and when you come to do that, it would display numerous pop-ups saying your system was in danger and needed an antivirus, and then obviously you would install the fake software, or it would just automatically download and install that as at the same time. And at the time, it was quite difficult to remove. It used to disable your antivirus, and it used to disable Task Manager. You should disable options to get to the start menu, disable add remove programs, disable Microsoft config. Basically all it could do to stop you from getting rid of it. And if you was looking to install it, only managed to install it, it used to be I've links in the system ANI file, so when you restarted your Windows it would automatically reinstall, and it was an absolute nightmare to get rid of. But obviously times have changed, and nowadays it's relatively easy to get rid of in comparison to how it used to be, and thankfully these programs are no longer relevant. Anyway, so the basic test is to install it on Windows 11. I think I've got about 50 altogether to install. I'll only do a few just to test things out. One fault to test whether it still installs on Windows 11. Two, whether it has the same effect, as in it disables Windows features to stop you getting rid of it, and whether it disables Task Manager, removes entries, stops you accessing the control panel, add remove programs, things like that. See if it still does the same old tricks. And of course, I've disabled Windows Defender on this machine. It's a virtual machine. Obviously, I'm not that crazy to do it on a live environment. Anyway, to aid the installation of these programs, and then I'll reboot the computer and I'll turn back on Windows Defender, and we'll see how much a job it actually does. Whether one, it recognises these items. Two, whether it just completely ignores them. Three, does it repair any damage that they've done, or changes, or privacy settings and group policy settings. You get the idea. Right, so no word, I'll shut up speaking, and we'll get right onto it. First things first. Right, that is enough waffle, and we'll get right to it. Let's see how far we get. There's no guarantee they'll even install, but we'll see where we are. Shout out if he was around in the early 2000s working in the IT industry and any of these programs ring a bell. bring back some sort of nostalgia. I've been collecting these for quite some time because my early, well, not early, but my mid IT career, I worked in a small computer shop and we made quite a bit of money removing these programs from people's machines. So it's quite a lot of nostalgia. The unknown support one is, I believe it's Trojan's Lab, the fake notification one, and so is Win32 Agent. Like I said, I've uninstalled, not installed, disabled Windows Defender to aid it. Anyway, we'll unzip these ones and we'll see how far we can get. Hopefully the video's not too long, but we will see. Antivirus 2010, which came out in 2007, strangely. Not quite sure where they got the 2010 from. How are we doing with these? Did we unzip all these? Or we've just done the one? That's peculiar. Can't you mass extract with there? That's annoying. I thought you could extract all. Oh, guess you can't do that with standard one. One moment. Don't know data. Piss off. Bloody yeah. Go away. Go away, go away, go away. Right, I'll install a WinRAR and we'll get right back to there we go. I've installed a WinRAR. My apologies for that. It's a well oiled machine and well rehearsed video, can you tell? Anyway, WinRAR. Right. Extract here. That's better, thank you for that. That's much better. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, lovely jubbly. Yeah, for some reason I thought you could mass unwrap. But anyway, we'll start with Antivirus Solutions Pro. Actually, I'll start with the top one first. Like I said, they don't actually do anything. As you can see, it's designed for Windows XP and the fake Microsoft call center. Yeah. Why is that detecting? I turn that off. Or maybe it turned itself back on. That's annoying. Antivirus. My settings. It's turned off. Why is all detecting things when I've turned off? Off. Very odd. Anyway. Huh. Not quite sure why it's detecting things when it's turned off. Let's see how far we get anyway. Pro. I suppose that's a good sign, but I'm not quite sure how Windows Defender is detecting things when it's not even enabled. Anyway, we'll see how far we get with these. We'll pop that up there. Spy Sniper. It's still a good test regardless. Yeah, whatever. We'll carry on. Anyway, I'll not bore you with the full process. I will continue down the list and install as many as I can. We'll go for the reboot and we'll join you back for that. Right, we are back. For me, that was about 10-15 minutes to install. I've installed about 40, or as many as I could. We've got this fake pop-ups suggesting my machine is rigged with viruses. Well, it is now, to be fair, but not the ones these are claiming anyway. We'll try and close as many of these as we can. Go away. Go away. As you can imagine, in the like I said, in the early 2000s, these were an absolute nightmare. Got fake XP call center claiming all sorts of crap. Apparently we've got all the viruses. So of course you can't get rid of anything because once you activate it, it would come up with numerous viruses, and even in a completely 100% clean install of Windows. Well, it was. The only viruses on here are the ones themselves. Oh, XP antivirus detected viruses apparently. What we got? Oh, well, allegedly. Auto runs, Trojan, whatever. Yeah, piss off. Another one claiming all sorts of crap, what's allegedly installed. So if you go to remove, register, they all same. I suspect they're all made by the same company, to be fair. Go away, go away, go away. Good lord. It's a, as you can see, managed to get quite a few running. Did I manage to install Virus Burst? That's that. This is the one I first cut my teeth on back in the day, Virus Burst Busters. Also called Virus Burst, Spy Falcon. There's a few. Spy Dawn, I believe it was. The exact same program, just different name. See, buy online, delete spyware. Yeah, of course, register, yeah. What we got? Security guard. What? Rex services? No idea. It's all bullshit anyway. That's me just to terrify you into buying the product when clearly there's nothing wrong with the machine in the first place. I managed to install, like I said, I managed to install quite a few. We'll go for the reboot. We'll turn on Windows Defender, even though it was detecting some anyway, which is very odd. And we'll see where we are. I'd like to get a shout out in the show notes if you remember any of this crap back in the day. Ah, no power options. Ah, so it's disabled, shutdown, and restart. I can't remember ever doing that on the original Windows. Right, it's disabled that. Is Task Manager disabled? Nope, you've not disabled Task Manager. Which is just as well, because I need to probably use that to restart actually. Shut down. Oops. Can't even spell. Shut down. Restart. Time 0. Go. One way to restart it. So it's already having some kind of effect, which is interesting. Internet, sorry for the non-uploads over the months. I've took out a load of new contracts at work, so I've not really had time to do any new videos, I'm afraid. But I'll try and keep to some kind of schedule in future. Thank you for sticking with me all this time, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. Like I said, it's just extra things at work. It's not been easy trying to squeeze YouTube stuff into my schedule. We're extremely slow. Extremely slow. But I'm not surprised at the amount of crap I've just installed. Especially when all the garbage decides to load. Threat found, apparently. Yeah, whatever. Spyware Crusher. Classic. We'll continue trial. You'll have it in English. Yeah, why not? Would you like to run a live update? You're not going to update even if there was an update. These websites are well and truly defunct by now. They're good 25 years old, if not longer. Yeah, like I said, these programs were absolute menace back in the day. Many computers were riddled with this crap. Not this many in one go. I mean, generally that one application as a rule, but absolute nightmare. Stop. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Right, so I'll try and turn Windows Defender back on. It may have disabled it, but we'll see where we are. Windows. Oh, I thought it disabled Windows. Can I turn these back on? Yes, I can. On. On. Oh, maybe I'm not turning them on. Or have I? Are these on? On. 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 Huh. For a minute, I didn't think it was turning on. Right, we'll do a quick scan. See what we find. Like I said, I did install about 50, I believe. Or at least as many as I could. What are the system services looking like, I wonder? Where are we? Yep, lots and lots of crap. Anti-spyware. That is a Trojan, obviously. So is that's virtual guest, obviously. That's Microsoft Edge, which is practically a virus in itself, but we'll not go there. What's this shit running? What's this here? Huh? Oh, I thought that was, oh, that's a legitimate Windows security. For a minute, I thought it was the fake one. What's this one? Go away. Yeah, go away. Oh, good lord. Ah. You know, I've never seen this screen before. Microsoft Defender wants to reset some settings. This will restart your setup page. And now your page is oh. I've never seen it say that before. Huh. Reset to the default values. Some settings was reset. To what? Is this even a legitimate page? Yeah. Huh. Is this Microsoft Edge? Yeah, it is. I've never seen it say that before. Very odd. Assuming that's a real Windows pop-up, it might not be. It could be a pop-up from all this garbage I've installed. Incidentally, if you was unfortunate enough to be tricked into paying for any of these fake products, most of them would be activated. They wouldn't just steal your money, even though they kind of just did. And it would claim that it's removed X amount of viruses or system optimizers and whatever else the hell it bloody was. But you wouldn't get anything for your money. It would do absolutely zero. It wouldn't detect any legitimate viruses. Nor would the fake defrag program. That wouldn't actually defrag your main hard drive either. It would just say that it was. Same with System Op. I think it was System Optimizer Pro. That was extremely relevant back in the day, or prevalent, should I say? Sorry. That would claim it would optimize Windows and delete junk, and it never actually did anything. That was extremely bad. Only one that's still running, as far as I can remember, as of 2026. I think it's Systech, Systech. I think they're still around. They started in early 2000s. I think some of their junk's still around. As in fake system optimizers. I think that's about it really. From it's the only company that I recall that's still active. I dare say there are other companies that are still up to no good, providing such junk, but thankfully they're few and far between. Most optimizers or whatever else you can install, they do actually do something. They don't just tell you a lot of rubbish and then have your pants down when it comes to payments. Well, for most part anyway. How far we're going anyway? It doesn't look like it's detected a lot. Protection history. Oh, it did find some. OneDrive, potentially unwanted application. Threat quarantine, severe. Incomplete, of course, yeah. What was that? Dangerous application, SV. Yeah, fake SV host. It's a Trojan downloader. Well, I could try and download something anyway, but it can't. It'll just display your messages instead. Affected items. Right. Just for the sake of completion, I'll install Super Anti-Spyware, which is legitimate, and we'll compare the two, because I know for a fact Super Anti-Spyware will detect 99.9% of all this crap, because amazingly they've still kept it in their repertoire, in their malware database. I'm not entirely sure why, because obviously you could never possibly download any of this crap nowadays. Ah, I see. Oh, I see. This used to be a trick back in the day as well, actually. It used to block your installing genuine antiviruses, be it AVG, Malwarebytes, Super and Spyware, also as it seems. But it did used to do a relatively good job at blocking all this kind of stuff. Just, obviously to aid themselves not being removed. But presumably that's what's just happened. It looked like that was the case. Unless I'm wrong. But it certainly appears that way. Let's try the offline install. Let's see if that's any better. I think this is the offline installer anyway. Or I'm inadvertently installing more crap. It's just going to get blocked again, isn't it? Yeah. I see. I think I've already got a oh, it's hidden on my drives. Thank you for that. It's hidden in my C drive and my network share. Thank you for that. That's aided me no end in trying to remove it. See, it really didn't want you to get into your program files, did it? Can I access it directly? Oh no, I didn't do that much of a good job. You can still type it in if you know the thing. D. Ah, I see. Is my network share still available? Doesn't look like it. D-E-G? Nope. Is it H? Could be. No. Bama. Right, I'll find an offline installer, and I'll get back to you because I've wasted enough of your time. Right, we are back. After considerable amount of effort, I managed to find a full offline installer for Super Anti-Spyware. Of course, at this point, Windows Defender clearly didn't detect all the viruses, nor did it revert any system-wide changes, and clearly there are system group policies in place, and firewall settings have been altered and changed, namely to stop you trying to remove said junk. Which one of these fake applications is responsible for that? It's difficult to say because I installed so many, but they all shared the same trait, so one or more is obviously responsible. Hopefully this installs. We'll see. It should technically install because it's fully offline and the website won't be blocked. Incidentally, also with Windows XP, which was operating system at the time, it also used to block safe mode, so you couldn't load into safe mode to try and delete the software either. Well, fakeware, whatever. It probably won't download new updates, but it doesn't matter because we've been an offline installer. It generally installs the new ones anyway. We'll see how far we get with that. But it's not blocked it from running. Oh, it has updated. I didn't think it would. That's a surprise. Mind you, I'm not sure where Super Anti-Spyware pulls its updates from. I assumed it was superantispyware.com, but obviously not. Unless it was counted on the fact that if you blocked the initial install, then there's no reason to block the update server either. Maybe that was the ploy. Back in the day, the go-to was rkill, which pretended to be a legitimate Windows process, so you could actually run it, and that would kill most of the rogue software off. And then once it dropped it all from memory, you could then install super anti-spyware or malware bytes to remove it. It was quite a chore though, and even then you would struggle. I'm more surprised that it even functions on Windows 11. It did block, Windows Defender did block a considerable amount of it, probably 20%, but of course there's many didn't. Once Super Anti-Spyware has finished downloading the updates, it shouldn't take too long. 91%, 92. I've got a pretty fast internet connection, so it shouldn't take long. We'll see just how many of the fake spyware Defender didn't find, and I'm guessing it will be exorbitant amount of a list. I reckon there's going to be at least 40 odd items it didn't find, because I've installed, as in addition to the fake software, I also installed quite a few Trojans that were responsible for downloading these applications, or the ones that updated in definitions. Yeah, we're not a new program, right? And the ones that were responsible for the fake pop-ups, the Trojans lab. Anyway, scan this computer. We'll do a high boost, obviously, because we don't want to waste all day. We don't want to be all day with it. We'll do we haven't got time for a complete scan, have we? This video's gone on long enough. If you've made it this far, by the way, congratulations. Highly appreciated. Wow. That's quite a few. So it's a miracle that Super Anti-Spyware even keeps definitions for these programs, which is shocking in itself. And kudos to those. Well done, Super Anti-Spyware, for keeping them. So we've got malware, virus bursters, busters, however you pronounce it, 4 items. Sheriff, Brave Sentry, Spyware Sheriff, Virus Burst, Spy Dawn. Can't remember installing Spy Dawn. Guess I did. Spy Crush. Rogue Mental. What the hell's that? Oh, Spy Destroy Pro. That must be the fake company that made it. Antivirus 2010, anti-malware 2009. Disable Task Manager. It says Task Manager has been disabled, but I don't think it has. Or has it? No, Task Manager works perfectly fine. 288 items. They're not the individual programs, obviously that's a cumulative of the files and the registry keys and any system-wide changes the programs have made. Apparently it's disabled Task Manager, but it hasn't, so obviously that's not the case with Windows 11. But it's certainly it's attempted to make the registry entry to disable the Task Manager. That's why Super Anti-Spyware's flagged it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 applications. I did do a quick scan though, to be fair. If I'd done a full scan, then I'm fairly sure. I'll reboot later. Scan this computer. High, super high. We'll do a quick scan, and if it's dragging on, oh, never mind, it's found 3 more. If it's dragging on for an exuberant amount of time, I'll pause the video and we'll come back. In fact, I'll do that anyway. In fact, what I'll do is I'll stop the video, stop the scan. a cancel scan. Yes. We'll do a full scan, a complete scan, and then we'll come back. Thank you for putting up with the video. I had it stretched on for quite some time. It wasn't my intention, but as most computer things goes, it stretches on longer than you anticipated. So I'll pause the video here and we'll come back after the full scan's completed. Hello boys and girls, well, as you can see we are back. Thank you for being patient. Item to take 148, so it wasn't far wrong from the initial assessment. Spy, Dawn, Falcon, Brave Sentry, etc, etc. Right, we'll remove all this crap. Remove. We'll reboot, and we'll see how clean we actually are. I dare say it's done a very good job indeed. Obviously, at this point, you can figure out malware bites. Apologies about that, malware bites. Windows Defender even didn't detect the old spyware. I'm guessing it's mainly the reason because there was no reason to keep those in the database, because the likelihood of anyone being infected with these is extremely remote. They're certainly not in the wild anymore. Windows is a bit slow, but that's just Windows being Windows, I guess. We've still got some desktop icons. Oh, I see. That's surprising. That is surprising. So we've got spyware destroy. Is that still up and running? Yes, I know you allegedly found it. Of course, it's a connection problem. So spy crush is still available. Strangely, that's obviously been deleted because it's got a dead shortcut icon. Spy crush and spyware. Is that still up and running? Thank you, Defender. I like it how you block it, but you don't actually do anything about it. Look, it says congratulations. Look, a virus and potentially unwanted program, right? Threat found, blah blah blah. The Windows Defender, right? So you close all that, launch it again. Maybe I was being too quick. See, that was odd. It said it wasn't there, and then you went to launch it, and then it just carried on launching it. Spy guard. No, that's still active. Spyware scrapper. Is that still a thing? Obviously. I don't want to switch to a full version. I don't think they actually were a full version in the first place. Yeah, of course the website's not working. Why would it be? Malware, whatever the hell that says. Okay, Defender, fair enough. So you've detected it, but you've just left it on my desktop anyway. Thanks for that, yeah. You get rid on it, or what? You're just going to keep telling me about it? A lot of crap. That's been deleted. Okay. What about spy? Don't know what that says. Spyware. Oh, remover. So you blocked it, but let it run anyway. Oh, okay. That's fucking useful, isn't it? Yeah, that's great, that Windows Defender, isn't it? Cheers for that. So you just tell me it's there, and then just run it anyway. Congratulations. Are you going to carry on doing that? Yeah, useless. Thanks. So it says, oh, you've got a virus, you know. Oh, that's nice. And then didn't do nothing about it anyway. Rock of shit. Oh, I'll be sorry. I mean, look, they've got the old Windows XP taskbar. That's amusing. I like that. Windows, but spyware this. Clearly, that's just running anyway. Great. Oh yeah. Okay. So you're just gonna block that and make it let me run it again, don't you? Yeah, that's useful, isn't it? We'll block it and run it anyway. Oh, piece of crap. I don't even know what the hell that is. Spyware. Solver. See, oh yeah, here we go again. Yeah. So, yeah. It's safe to say Windows Defend, even when it does detect it, it'll just basically tell you it's there, but not actually do anything about it. See, this minute, yeah, I know there's a threat, but you let me run it again though, aren't you? Oh no, you deleted it. Oh, okay. What, you deleted one out of, I don't know, how many installed. Do you want to run this program? Yeah, if you want. Are you going to detect it, or are you just going to swear at me for it? Yeah, you're just going to let me run it anyway, aren't you? Genius. Yeah, go away. Anyway, safe to say, I'll cut the video there. Thank you very much for, if you've made it this far, thank you for persevering my extra long special. So I apologize if it's been extremely long-winded, but I went for the fully unscripted upload, as you can obviously tell. I appreciate your patience in this matter, and hopefully it won't be exuberant amount of long time before we get to the new upload. I'll do what I can, but yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. Highly appreciated. If you like an old man waffling about a load of crap, and then and then feel free to subscribe. Thank you very much, and peace out.